I'll go ahead and do our intro. Welcome in, everybody. We are live here with UFO 50 Bingo League Season 3, Division B2, with a matchup between Breakfast and Pillrush. Two of you got anything you'd like to say before we get started here?
Good luck. Have fun.
Let's bingo.
All right. Sounds good. Go ahead and deafen up, and I'll do your last ready checks in the bingo room. Alright, and here we go. And here is our bingo card for the day. We've got... let's see here. We've got... For very hards, we've got Overbold and Divers for our very hard goals. Generals, we're looking at 2 cherry discs. Beat 2 levels in 6 games on this card. We've got the Racer, going across Quibble Race, Big Bell Race, and Paint Chase. Defeat 8 bosses from games on this card, and 8 gifts. Some other things to note are we've got, the Paint Chase synergy with the Racer tile. Gonna be contributing 5 points to that. We also have double Star Wasper here. Score 20,000 points using the red ship and score 125,000 points using the yellow ship. Unfortunately, complete anti-synergy there. Can't really do those both at once, but you do at least save yourself the time of reopening the game. And here we go. We are off. What is the first play for both of our racers? We've got Breakfast hitting Barbuda. And Pillrush is going to be hitting Waldorf's Journey. Yeah, we do have double goals for each of those. Visit 25 rooms and purchase the pin. Both fairly quick goals as far as Barbuda is concerned. Breakfast kind of taking a little bit of a roundabout route to get down here, though, but we'll probably be heading for the money to go purchase the pin. Meanwhile, Waldorf's Journey, we've got Enter the Palace without collecting any puffins and have 35 shells at once, and it does look like Pillrush is aiming to avoid these puffin pickups. Puffin pickups essentially extra lives in Waldorf's Journey. But gonna have to do this without that safety. That said, as long as you play it fairly cautiously, you can get there without too much trouble. Might even be looking to make this a cherry run, if he can get up to 50 shells and enter the palace without collecting any puffins. We are looking at a cherry disc to contribute towards that center tile. Which, considering it's only 2 cherries needed, that's quite valuable to get this potentially pretty early. Also, with it being the center tile, that sets up for a lot of potential bingo threats. Looks like we've gotten the umbrella on Breakfast side, so we're probably taking the underneath route to go purchase the pin, which is a slightly slower but more reliable on RNG front route than grabbing the 50 bucks and going back upstairs. Said he's still got to get past all these bats, and they're giving him a little trouble. So yeah, we're probably gonna see this chest on the right grabbed. Oh, or not. Okay, not sure what the plan is, because yeah, if you're taking this route for the pin, you do want to grab that. You can, I guess, just fight the skull enemies outside of the shop with the pin, but it's definitely, if you take the lower route, you're generally doing it so you don't have to worry about that fight. And we're actually going out and getting the necklace. I do wonder if maybe Breakfast is thinking about trying to cherry disc this while he's here. Because the necklace is a good pickup if you're looking to go grab the key and go up into the castle and kill the boss. And that's not a bad option here. He's also going to see plenty of rooms. Yeah, he's going to duck into here. This is another room. Okay, no, we're a little lost. If we're talking to this NPC has nothing of value. There's no reason to talk to this NPC. So I think Breakfast is maybe a little lost. And there's 35 shells for Pillrush. Getting on the board there. So, and gonna be continuing there, picking up a gift, but oh, that's gonna be a death. But still, gift for Waldorf's journey is a good thing to have, and it looks like we might be leaving that alone now. And we're going over to Paint Chase. Maybe looking to start a threat on that right column. So we gotta beat 5 different courses with no enemies remaining. So no Jerry cheese on the first level. You're gonna want to kill all these cars. Which, for first stage is not very hard to do. So we have the necklace, we're heading up here. And this is towards the pin, but Breakfast unfortunately does not have enough money here. He can grab the $100 from the side room coming up here, but it'll be $50 short, and he'll have to do the fight outside of the shop. So that is 1 level of Paint Chase done. Oops, sorry about that. 1 level of Paint Chase done. Level 2 can be a little tricky to finish with no enemies left if you aren't getting the perfect, because there is a fairly late wave of enemies that spawns. Yeah, this wave right here. Oh, and I think with that break, they're absolutely not going to be able to get that. That is still going to be a level clear and more progress for Racer. But we are only at 1 level. Okay, and we're grabbing the coin here, and that'll get to 200. But we're heading up top, and this is not where you want to be going for this purchase the pin goal. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me Breakfast is gonna go pick up the pin. That's gonna lock him out from purchasing it. The goal very specifically says purchase the pin. And you only go this way if you're gonna grab the pin out of that chest. No, we're going... Okay, yeah, no. Breakfast is a little bit lost. Breakfast is doing, like, a completely different goal. This is, like, the Hammerman goal, like, where you're trying to get the candy so you can reach the Hammerman and pay him. Yeah, no, I think he thought this was the shop with the pin. No, it's the shop really close to the start. He does buy the candy. And okay, we're up to 4 levels done for Paint Chase, but I haven't been seeing what levels have been finished with no enemies left. So yeah, this is a fairly easy skull to get open. Gotta wait for the elevator cycle, unfortunately, though. Okay, that is back to $200. He can afford the pin again. Okay, I think this level, Pillrush is gonna kill all enemies, but is not gonna clear it. Didn't get back to that time stop power-up in time. Uh-oh. Oh no, Breakfast. No! Breakfast, don't pick up the pin! Don't pick up the pin! Breakfast! Oh no, he can't hear us! He has AirPods in! Okay, he got 25 rooms, but... Please, just go to the shop. Done. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay. Crisis averted. Although we've landed on mushroom. A little bit of an unnecessary side trip since you still need to go this way to get to the shop anyway. But, okay. Does clear all the enemies, but I still think this is not a high enough percentage on this level. Yeah, that's still not quite gonna do it. You want to try and save the time stop for the later part of the stage if you don't have the perfect route practiced on this. But you got to make sure you are close enough to it to actually activate it before the stage ends. So yeah, now's the time to go back and activate that. Yep, there we go. Clock gets stopped. Take out all the enemies. Hit this booster for a little bit more coverage. And that should be good enough here. Uh-oh. Why are we back up? Why are we going back up? Why are we going back up? The store was right there. Where are we going? Breakfast, where are you going? Oh no. And this is taking so much time. Meanwhile, Pillrush is making double progress on both this paint chase goal in the bottom right, and while he is struggling to get levels cleared with all enemies killed, this is still, like, he's just clearing levels for Racer, so it's not bad. This is not really bad for him. He's up to 6 Racer levels cleared. Oh no, we're going completely the wrong way. There is nothing this way. Again, the Hammerman's this way. My friends, I feel the need to remind everyone, there is no rule against about referring to the resource dock that details where you can find all of these things. I strongly recommend just having the resource dock open on a second monitor or your phone or something. Because this is, unfortunately, for breakfast, we have turned a 2-minute goal into a 10-minute goal. And it's entirely just not knowing where the pin is purchased from. We are talking to pretty much every NPC other than the one he needs to, and it's really unfortunate. Oh no, and after all that time, farming up the money, we're just gonna leave. Oh, that does not feel good. Well, he did at least walk away with a gift from Barbuda. And okay, we're up to 8 levels done for Paint Chase. Honestly, Pillrush might just finish Racer here, trying to get this Paint Chase goal done. At this point, like, honestly, I think that's the play. Probably. Just go all the way through. It'll get you the gift for Paint Chase, too. Like, I think this is, you know, while the goal on the card is being a struggle, I think we're fine. I think this will work out fine for him. So meanwhile, we are pivoting over to Star Waspier for breakfast here. Time stop here, I think, will give enough time to full clear all these enemies, and that will be another level with all enemies cleared. Pretty high percentage clear, even. Only 2 tiles unpainted. So that is 9 levels done, and I guess that was 5 levels done. Oh, gonna quit out. I don't like the quit out at this point. You're so close to the gift. But is gonna quit out. Like, the gift, the Paint Chase gift is to just get 12 courses completed. So, like, you can just double up, finish Racer, and get the gift at that point. But we are going to pivot out, and we're going to go ahead and get Pilot Quest started. Looking for craft an ingot at the crash site. This is a pretty quick one to do as long as you just get some plants set up. It looks like we're only gonna set up one. I really strongly recommend getting 20. There's a bug where you can, if you menu quickly enough, you can get additional seeds at the price of the starting one as long as you buy it before the first one hits the ground. You can do it up to 4 times, like, is technically human viable. You can, like, it's totally within the realm of human possibility to do 4 seeds at 10 apiece. I'd say 3 at 10 apiece is, like, the most we can reasonably expect, but, like, 2 at 10 is pretty free to do. Oh, Tic-Tac-Foe is here with his lemon request, of course. Hold on, where did I put that in my, where is that in my... Ah, here it is. Okay, we are seeing a Star Waspier race now, but it is being a little bit of a struggle. They're both going for the red ship one. Oh, okay, and Breakfast has it. So we are going to see a bailout from Pillrush, and we're going into Mooncat. And Breakfast is just going to stay here and switch to the yellow ship and go for the 125k. 125k takes quite a bit. You got to be pretty good at building up your eggs and not your gegs. I also kind of feel yellow ship is probably the weakest ship. Like, this bullet spray just does so little damage. Oh no, we egged! We have egged! Oh, okay, blood. Sure, that's blood. See? Red. No, that's blood. Oh yeah, presumably we've picked up the Star Waspier gift as well. I didn't see if Pillrush picked up the Star Waspier gift, or if he bailed before getting to that point. We did also just pick up a warp in Mooncat, though, so that is gonna be +1 gift. I believe we're sitting at 2 and 2. Some big multipliers built up here. We've got 20x, pretty strong. If you can maintain that multiplier through Wave 2, I think he'll hit it at the end of Wave 2. Not entirely sure on that. I don't really remember my Star Waspier scoring super well. Oh yeah, and I have not been tracking 2 levels in X Games on this card. Let's get caught up on that. So we're definitely there on Mooncat and Paint Chase. And I think that's it for Pillrush. Once Breakfast clears Wave 2, he'll have 1 for Star Waspier. Just need to deal with this green guy, though. These homing missiles can be a big problem if you let them hang around for too long. I think these guys do eventually leave. Yep, okay. So that guy just leaving. Unfortunately, lost the little extra option there, so no extra firepower for this boss fight. And this boss is excruciatingly slow without any extra firepower. But we are at a nice 33x multiplier, which is pretty strong. I think as long as we kill this without gegging or dying, I think we will see the 125k pretty shortly. That's another goal marked for Pillrush. And yep, there we go. That is going to be 2 levels in Star Waspier done. and we're continuing on. Are we looking for Cherry Disc? That's a bold play. Considering we were seeing some game overs on Wave 1 before, this is a very bold play to go for. And with the yellow ship, ugh, God, I hate this thing. Oh yeah, we've also got bosses, that's right, I haven't been trying the bosses either. 2 bosses for you. Okay, and we're going to Barbuda, so it looks like Pillrush is gonna pick up that pin. Although, we're heading the wrong way. This is... I mean, this will get you to the shop with the pin, but you won't have enough money. So we kind of have, like, I think we have, like, the perfect, like, if we just fused Breakfast and Pillrush together, we would have the perfect purchase the pin run. Breakfast knows he needs $200 and where to find the $200. Pillrush knows where the shop is, but not how much money he needs. And yeah, that's a game over. Yeah, the yellow ship just has such a hard time staying on top of those homing missile enemies. And okay, we're getting Pilot Quest started, which means it's probably gonna come down to a question of who goes back and checks their Pilot Quest first and finishes crafting the ingot. And Pillrush is about to get the bad news here. Yep, you need another $50, my friend. Yeah, I know, right? Right? If only there were guides telling you exactly how to do all of the goals for Barbuda. That'd be very nice, wouldn't it? Looks like Breakfast is farming up for a few flowers. We might be going up for 70, which is like generally a good amount for going for quad seed. You get like 3 at 10 and 1 at the second price of 40. Oh, and we're heading the wrong way. There is a chest down here, but you need the pin to reach it. I mean, on the plus side, Pillrush will see extra rooms towards the gift. Okay, we're gonna bail, though. But seeing the extra rooms does save progress. Okay, we're going for quite a few drops. Are we just gonna sit here and farm 1,000? Okay, no. Alright. Alright, we got a triple. That's a pretty good setup there. Okay, we're going over to Big Bell Race, which is only good for Racer. Which, yeah, honestly, if you're wanting to focus Racer, I think the absolutely better play would have been to just stick in Paint Chase. Paint Chase levels are faster than Big Bell races. Well, provided you can win them in one attempt. That is... Oh, we've got Big Bell Race. This is, For Breakfast's sake, I hope this is just a quick gift pickup. Because, like, you can just win one race, get a gift, and then, you know, you've got a little racer progress. But if Breakfast commits to, like, cherrying Big Bell Race for racer progress, this is gonna really bite him. Okay, and here comes Big Bell Race gift for Pillrush, and Pillrush is gonna stick in it. Yeah, at this point only needs to win 2 more races, and that'll be racer done. So, on the plus side, if Breakfast does try to stick in, he won't be wasting too much time on this. Oh, and something's gone really wrong on this first race for Breakfast. He's actually not going to get the gift on this first race. Oh wait, oh no, he picked yellow. Okay, never mind. I was like, why is yellow so far ahead? What the heck happened? No, he's just making my job confusing by not picking the default racer to save time. And it looks like Pillrush pretty close to finishing course 2. But yeah, unfortunately, Breakfast is going to stick around to try and make racer progress, and he is shortly going to get sniped on this, and hopefully, for his sake, pushed somewhere else. I could see him sticking around for a cherry disc, though. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna just do a quick shoot. I mean, I appreciate he's being cautious and avoiding, you know, mismarks. But, like, honestly, Abacus. Okay, I shot him a DM. I don't mind extending a little grace to the lower to non-A tiers. Okay, oh yeah, and I've not been keeping track. Okay, this is they've also 2 levels in Big Bell Race for both players here. And okay, we've got another race done for Breakfast, but yeah, unfortunately, as soon as Pillrush finishes his course 3, he is done. Although he does have to win the race, which is currently being called into question. He is behind 2 other racers here. Actually, 3. And by a considerable amount. I don't think he wins this, I don't think he wins this race. Yeah, no, Orange is about to finish. That is unfortunately not going to be a win on this track. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and oh, Breakfast was not doing the track 4 cheese. Okay. I think Breakfast has been winning all his races though. Which, so yeah, at this point, when Breakfast gets sniped on Racer, I think there's a good chance that he just sticks it out for the cherry disc, assuming that he hasn't lost any races at this point so far. Oh no, okay, Breakfast lost to 4, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, there's gonna be no reason to stick in as soon as, Pillrush finishes this track 4, which, he is not gonna have any trouble winning this. He's well ahead of the competition here. Wait, maybe not? Don't listen to you? Okay. There's the racer mark. And Pillrush is going to... Okay, Pillrush is leaving. Because, yeah, Pillrush definitely lost a course. There's no reason to stay in here now. And, yeah, we are sitting at 3 gifts. Both racers. And Breakfast is staying in is not doing the cheese for this course either. I'm just gonna make this take a little longer. Pretty good start to this race, though. This is being pretty close. Just a 3-4 score. Pillrush deliberating where to go next. We're going back to Barbuda. I forgot to update this game. We're over here at Big Bell Race. We have been for a while. Okay, we're standing around, maybe perhaps looking at the resource dock? Or, you know, at least to the world map? And we seem to be heading the right way. Okay, yeah, Breakfast is still on track for this cherry disc. 54 points is a perfect record up to this point. Which, I mean, the goal is gone, but I'm gonna give him the credit. Alright. Here we go, Pillrush. Yeah, you want to grab this, you either grab this 50 and then loop back up, or you head down and grab the 100 in the slime area, and the umbrella, you grab the umbrella here, and then the 100 below. Oh, dying right at the lap line there. That's unfortunate. Ooh, that was a rude smack from the red ship there. Rude, but, like, actually I kind of pushed the right way. V indicates very hard goals, and G indicates generals that span multiple games. Alright, final course. Breakfast just needs to win this race, and he will have his first cherry disc for that center tile. Which, as I said, you know, the center tile, having that can be advantageous. He's kind of off to a rough start here, though. Kind of getting pushed around. This bomb is going to blast him back, too. Oh, you really don't want to take a death here. Okay, does get some health back, but he's got to get ahead of this orange UFO, and it's going to be harder without utilizing the cheese to skip the checkpoint. Okay, does slip ahead, though, so is in the lead now. Has full health again, too, so as long as he can avoid any big disasters, I think we'll be in pretty good shape here. Okay, final lap here. That bomb creeping up behind, though. Gotta watch out for that. And yeah, it looks pretty clean. And there we go. That should be a cherry disc. Yep, there's a cherry disc for Breakfast. 1 on the board. 8 levels in Big Bell Race. Unfortunately, a little too late, but cherry disc is valuable. Oh, and we're going back into Pilot Quest. I think this ingot will be ready. Yeah, just need to either wait a couple seconds or just hit the prism a couple times. And that is going to allow Breakfast to tie this up. Yep, there we go. And there's the pin purchased as well. So, not a very long tie. And we're going over to Overbold. Okay, we're looking for the synergy play of getting Overbold Cherry and finishing that center tile. And Breakfast is looking like, you know, a pretty decent threat on that diagonal. And we're going over to Mortal, which has a double goal here. We've got to have 50 plus lives and kill 6 enemy spawners in 2B using fire arrows. Okay. Clearing out those enemy spawners. There we go. That's a $500 win, and that is going to be a gift as well for Overbold. Gonna be leaning into a bomb build here, also getting some, I think, the med kits. As well as the shrapnel. Ooh, that was a little close there. Almost got hit by the were-bunny. That's what they're called, right? I never remember. Some good use of the bombs, though. Clearing out some dense swarms here. Did I missee? Did we not buy the medkits? I thought we bought medkits. Still looks like we're gonna be comfortably clearing this out. Just some whales to clean up now. And that is, we are 2 levels beaten on Overbold as well. So I believe we're even on levels at this point. Yeah, I'm still, like... Breakfast is making good progress, but I'm not liking his defense situation. And, yep, there we go. Okay, and we're just gonna bail on Overbold. Did come away with 2 levels and a gift out of that, so it's not a total waste of time. We're going over to Warp Tank. Collect 4 coffees outside the starting room. So yeah, just pick any level here. And then once you finish the first level, you'll unlock the other rooms, and you can start going through and picking up the coffees you need for this goal. This will also be 2-level progress. Unfortunately, Warp Tank Gift is too far in to be something we can expect to see here. But some levels will be some nice extra progress here. So, I can't remember exactly like where all the enemy spawners are here, but there's one there. I think we're probably close to 6 done here. There's going to be a couple more in the water section up ahead. Ooh, unfortunately, yeah, those fires going to cause problems there. That was 5? Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a few you can kill here. Why are we trying to double back? You know, you can use bomb to light torches. Might be something that Pillrush isn't aware of. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Pillrush doesn't know you can use the bomb ritual to make fire on the torches. Oh, no, never mind. And that should be 6 done. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're not gonna finish the level here, and yeah, we weren't on good pace to get 50 lives, so it's understandable. But there is coffee number 1. You do have to bring it to the exit though for it to count. This will be 2 levels done on Warp Tank though. And we're going back into Waldorf's Journey. Pillrush starting to rack up a substantial lead here, 2-tile advantage. And if he can collect shells and get to the palace without pluffins, he can start progress on that cherry disc center tile. And if he grabs that, that center row is looking a little threatening, although Breakfast is about to block it with the Warp Tank. Oh, that was a little too long to wait to start flapping there. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, you can't backtrack to where the coffee spawn is once you reach this point. So, gonna have to take the death and reset the level. Oh no, Breakfast, don't leave! Ooh, that's a way worse outcome, is to, like, put the time into finishing the level. Oh, and why are we going back to the starting room? You're explicitly not allowed to... Oh, Cross Sector, we gotta give Cross Sector love. There's zero reason to be here. Zero reason whatsoever, but we're going to give Cross Sector some love anyway. I guess maybe not wanting to do Bomb Sector, but like... Yeah, I don't know. It's Cross Sector. Everybody give it up for Cross Sector. Okay, Pillrush is definitely looking to cherry this if we're taking the time to harpoon squids for a key. Cherrying is going to be a little tricky without the puffins, not just because of the obvious, you know, puffins making the game easier, but puffins also give you some extra shells once you reach the palace. So you're gonna have to just naturally collect a decent amount of shells out in the overworld here. Interesting, we've chosen a tower sector to go for a coffee in. Tower sector is a pretty tricky one to get. Oh, you've got to shoot these blocks out. All of them. No, that's not gonna work. You gotta leave that block intact so that you can warp up here and then back down, but you need these right blocks cleared because it's the orb right there. That is the coffee trigger. So gonna have to backtrack here. And yeah, shoot these blocks out. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this coffee is a little tricky to get to. It's actually very easy to put the level in a state where you can't reach it just by clearing out that top block up there. But there we go. Coffee obtained. But we're heading the wrong way. Need to go up to that diagonal up above. And oh, that is just, that is spikes down there. It's not where you want to be. Okay, at least now we know we gotta clear these blocks out. Meanwhile, Pillrush, halfway through Waldorf's journey, needs another 29 shells to be able to get the cherry. There are some shells you can grab in the palace, even if you don't have puffins. So yeah, it's warp off the diagonal right here, yep, and then down, and there you go. Okay, from here it should be pretty easy. As long as you keep moving, the planes won't cause a problem, and there's the exit. Oh, whoa, whoa, Pillrush! Pillrush, what happened? What happened? What happened there, Pillrush? Oh no. And we bail on Waldorf's journey. Where do we pivot to? Good spur. Okay, so we're going into Rail Heist. Okay, this Mazurka Sector's coffee is at least very easy to find. It's the discolored spike there. And then you just gotta warp up here to grab it. There you go. Okay, nope, we are not going into Rail Heist. We're going into Devilition. Alright, this does block a potential bingo threat that Breakfast was building towards, assuming that Pillrush can finish this bottom left tile. Because, yeah, that bottom left to top right diagonal was looking pretty good for Breakfast here. Oh no, Breakfast gets sniped, and I think he took the later checkpoint. Yeah, that's bad.
Oy.
I don't think you can backtrack to the coffee. Oh, but then just leaves. I don't like I don't like all of these, like, Breakfast is, like, missing the coffee and then just leaving the level. Like, you just figured the level out. You are very close. You just have to run it back. Oh, and Healing Sector is the slowest level in the game outside of Guide Sector. This level takes a long time. And also kind of has a trap moment where you can take a checkpoint after the coffee and then can't backpedal to pick it back up if you lose it. Yeah, it's also, if you don't know where the coffee is, yeah, there's an invisible tile you have to warp on to activate it. Okay, Pillrush kind of with a rough start here. Going down to 3 pieces. Okay, does know where the coffee is, so maybe we'll be okay. But yeah, that was a rough first round for Pillrush. That's lower than you want your piece count to get for the first round. Oh, and Breakfast takes the checkpoint. You absolutely do not want to take the checkpoint if the goal is to finish this level with the coffee. Because now, if you die, you have to fully redo the entire level to get the coffee back. There's not a lot that's threatening you at this point, but there are some things that can get you if you're not careful. Gotta watch these worms here. And one last firebomb. Okay. So, shouldn't be any deaths from this point. And it looks like we will be picking up this coffee, which will be our 3rd coffee. And we're going into Nest Sector, which is fine. Okay, looks like we've got a setup for this chain on Demolition. Just taking a little bit of time to review it, and yep, that does fully clear, so we are 2 waves into this Demolition goal. Unfortunately, Nest Sector is yet another level where okay, we're going the wrong way, and that's a death for Breakfast. That's a squish. Okay, we're gonna just leave Nest Sector alone. Yeah, Nest Sector is another one where there's a checkpoint after the coffee, and if you take that checkpoint, you just can't reach the coffee anymore. I'm hoping he's looking to go back to Mazurka. No. Like, yeah, this is, I think, a very overreactionary play from Breakfast. We've seen 2 levels now where he has gotten the coffee, then messed up in the end, and rather than just finish it, he just leaves the level. He's not even going back to Meal Sector, which is like the fastest level in the game. And he seemingly knew where the coffee was, because like he got past the point where he could get to it and then was trying to backpedal and couldn't. Instead, we're going into Bomb Sector, which is a pretty relatively long-winded level. Yeah, this one you gotta clear out these turrets and then backpedal through this room. And yeah, don't want to be clinging on that wall there. There's no reason to get off of the platforms here. Alright, yeah, coffee is right there. Ooh, close dodge there. Now just gotta get through the rest of the level. Ooh, that was scary. And yeah, just this one firebomb here needs to be taken care of, and now we should be safe for the rest of the level. Okay, and that's 4 coffees. Breakfast getting up to 5 points here. Out of warp tank. Where to now? Oh, and then we also have 2 levels done for Devilition. So this is a really close race on the 2 levels in 6 games. Cool. And we're going over to Porgy. Porgy for collect 4 torpedo upgrades. Oh no, we're looking at all the cutscene. No cutscene skip. Oh, okay, we realized. Every now and then you need to just enjoy those cutscene cards, you know? So yeah, first dive, as usual, just grab this first fuel tank. Best way to start. Fun little bit of Porgy tech that a lot of newer players don't realize. If you hold the shoot button, for some reason you can spam dashes a lot more frequently. Alright, looks like we are ready to launch. That bottom demon is not getting hit a second time. Don't launch. I hope... Okay, I think he realized. Yeah, he's looking for a way to... Okay, he's just gonna use the cannon here. Alright. I think this is fine now. Okay, first torpedo upgrade you can get is... Oh, okay, did he already grab that? I wasn't looking. There's a hidden torpedo upgrade in the ceiling to the left there. It looks like we're heading over to the right dock. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's Lamia. Okay, she's heading the other way. It's fine. Yeah, this should be ready to detonate. Again, a little bit low on the piece count, but I think still in a spot where this is fine. Yeah. Yeah, this should... Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're actually going to pivot out of Porgy. And we're going over to Hyper Contender. Use Pastoral, beat Tournament Mode. So we are in the wrong... Yeah, there we go, pulling up the terminal. And this will be another pretty quick 2 levels. Pastoral does tend to go pretty quickly. Tournament mode, and we go... Okay. Going for Sephi. So yeah, Pastoral is just straight HP. Both characters have 4 HP, and you just got a KO. No rings. Just damage. Ooh, the Voltana AI here, though, with the cheeky dodges. Yes, that is correct. These will count as levels, even though they're being done through a terminal code. There we go, Gilroy going down, so that is 2 Hyper Contender levels. So I believe we only need 2 more levels out of 1 additional game for breakfast here. Pretty quick fight against Wreck here. Oh, it's time for Donkus. Donkus looking a little weak this time around. Yeah, just kind of jumping into hammers. Some very quick wins. Alright, and continuing to make progress through this Hyper Contender. Only a couple more levels left. Alright, and looks like we're thinking about detonating. Is this ready to go? Yes, I think this is good to go. Oh, Yogo with the 1 HP victory. We will see a rematch here. But if Breakfast doesn't win the rematch, we might see a pivot. Alright, yeah, this should fully clear everything on this board. Yep, no problem. And we just got one more round for this Demolition. That bottom section's a little spicy here, but that bomb in the lineup is really nice for clearing out that bottom section here. Okay, and a clean, flawless win on the run back for Breakfast on this Yogo fight. So we just got Braz and then the mirror match left at this point. And Braz just kind of walking into hammers. Very quick win there. Alright, the Sephi mirror match. The mirror match can be tricky. The AI is jacked up to high difficulty here. And the CPU does get the first blood here. But does it even out quickly? And okay, now that the CPU is looking like a fool here, just kind of taking the high ground versus Sephi, which is not where you want to be. Just get a cheeky dodge though. Uh-oh. Oh, and there we go. That is going to be past rule. Tournament mode done. For Breakfast. Tournament winner. And the score is tied up 6-6 as we approach the 1 hour mark for this. And we are going to pivot right back into Porgy. Pick up where we left off. There's a couple of torpedo upgrades you can grab down this way without too much trouble. Uh-oh, Lamia has arrived. Oh, we're gonna try and grab it anyway. Okay, this is a little risky. Though, you know, if you die, it's not a big deal. You just respawn and go at it again. I'm half expecting... Yep, there's the attack from Lamia. Okay, does get back, and we are at 2 torpedo upgrades. Just need 2 more. There's one in the ceiling, kind of by the swordfish below. And then from there, there's a couple of other options you have for your 4th. We are consistently going past the one in the ceiling there, though. Heading down to the 2nd layer. Yeah, maybe grabbing the one from the, down here in the ruins. There's one in the bottom, hidden in the wall to the bottom right in this section right here. I'm hoping that we're just gonna grab that 4th one on the way back after picking this one up. Also gonna grab the fuel tank. It's right there. It's pretty quick. Alright, and how is this, how is this looking here? It's looking pretty good. Uh-oh. Are we thinking of detonating? Because there's still a couple of things... Oh, no. Okay, no. That one's getting hit by the cannon. That's fine. And no, I think this is actually good to go. I think this cannon does it. Yeah, everything's accounted for. This is good to go. This will also be a gift for Pillrush as well. Which, that race is being pretty relevant here. Yeah, nice clean chain here. Okay, and it looks like we're gonna go ahead and... Yep, and that is +1 gift. We are gonna leave here and pivot out. Uh-oh. Breakfast does not seem to know where to pick up the 4th torpedo upgrade. This could be an issue. And okay, we're pivoting out for both. We're going to Rail Heist. You need the terminal code here, though. We're going to Paint Chase? What for? Okay, no, we're not going to Paint Chase. We're going to Mortal. Okay, probably beat 2 levels, I guess? Just to finish that off, because we only need 1 more game. Yeah, this can synergize well. Oh! Breakfast could be going for a really gnarly play here. The top row. If he can get 50 lives and beat 2 levels in Mortal, he's threatening a bingo on the top row. Okay, so why is Pillrush in here without the terminal code, though? Yeah, this is not the goal. Like, we're not on the money crate intact goal at all. And, without Goodspur, I'm not sure this goal is possible. There are a lot of chickens you have to kill. Yeah, this is unfortunately, like, this is gonna be a huge time waste for Pillrush. You can at least get credit for 2 levels, which, you know, that is being pretty relevant here. But, yeah, without the Goodspur, I don't think he can finish the goal. Like, there is a reason we have Goodspur in the terminal, you know, the terminal code in the goal. Ooh, that was a wasted life for Breakfast there, not getting the bomb off. Yeah, little tip for this level for Rail Heist. There is a Super Punch power up hidden in the crate all the way to the left, which does make getting through this level pretty trivial. That was an interesting maneuver. Yeah, there's. Unless you can get a good punch boost here, which doesn't look like Pillrush knows punch boosting. Can't even do it. The middle car has like 20 chickens up at the top layer. And it's the middle car. So there's not a convenient ledge. It just, and they are like trapped in a tight passage that you have to clear the ceiling out of. There's just way too much you have to do to kill every chicken in Foul Business without the ability to just super punch them for the kill. So yeah. Oh, not even going for that 5 life pickup. That's an interesting choice there. If you don't know that, like, you can arrow the wall there, and the walker there will walk down and onto the switch. That's how you get the life pickup behind a couple of yellow bricks at the end of the level. But, yeah, at the very least, you can, you know, just put a stone on there to open up the 5 and just pick it up that way. Okay, that is 2 levels. Okay, we're just here for 2 levels, I guess. Oh, and we're going to pin golf. Okay. Pillrush is going to block this top row threat. I'm pretty sure he will clear 2 levels in pin golf before Breakfast finishes clearing this level. Oh, and that is a gift as well. It's close, though. Like, Breakfast is at the end of this level in Mortal, but a second hole in pin golf barely takes any time. And yep, there's the block. Unfortunate for Breakfast, that was looking like a very good line. But, yep, and that was just for gift and levels. We might see a gift rush. Yeah, okay, we're checking the gift count. We do have 5, which I believe is the number I have down. Yep, that is... Okay, that's an unnecessary second block there. You only need the 1 to get up there. But we are getting close to 50 lives here. Okay, we're just gonna bail for now and move elsewhere. Okay, we're gonna go back to Porgy. He's really close to having this done. He just needs to go and grab the torpedo upgrade out of the ceiling by the swordfish. But it looked like last time he didn't know about that. He just kept going right past it. But maybe we've looked it up. Nope, we're continuing to blow past that. Where is the next most convenient torpedo upgrade from here? It's not great. I think you can go, yeah, to the left here and all the way to the bottom. I think there's one in the side cave down there. We were in pin golf for a bit, and now we're going back to Waldorf's Journey. Yeah, I believe, yeah, I think there's a torpedo upgrade in the room to the right here. Yeah, this works. It's way longer than he needed to make it, but... And it looks like he'll be able to get back with it. So we're going back to Waldorf for another attempt at entering the palace without any puffins and maybe also a cherry disc. Yeah, it's really a shame. Like, I think Breakfast saw the potential for 2 levels and also Mortal. But you gotta be looking at the broader card and look at games that give fast levels, and Pillrush noticed that and picked up 2 very fast levels in pin golf for the snipe. And there we go, that's torpedo upgrades done for Porky. And Breakfast does have progress in this Mortal, and he is going to go back into it. So, could potentially tie this up. Yeah, Pillrush is definitely wanting this cherry disc. Although if you're looking for cherry without any puffins, buying things from the shop is a little bit of a dubious decision. There is some wiggle room, some cushion. I believe you can get like, is it like 75 or something? I don't remember exactly. That was a bold shot. Just a little bit off on that angle, unfortunately. So there is a hidden life pickup in this seemingly pointless brick wall on the left in this area. Ooh, I think tried to go for it, but did not detonate the bomb in time. Yeah, there, nice bomb there. That's even on the exchange for life total. Oh, okay, maybe not going for it. Maybe it was just facing the wrong way to try and do the arrow combination. But yeah, there is a small life pickup you can get in those bricks there. Alright, there we go. That's going to give access to that 3-life pickup, although, unfortunately, put this walker on the wrong side of the block, so getting out is going to be tricky, and yeah, does take the death there. You're going to want to bait this guy down, and then you can jump across. Nice, nice. Meanwhile, Pillrush. Ooh. This is a huge waste of lives. This first lift does not need any lives to get past. And now we're going to have to stack a huge amount of stones to get through this. Okay, he's going to go ahead and get the 5 life this way. This is a very tricky jump to make, though, so probably going to lose there. Alright. Ooh, that second stone was unnecessary and unfortunately not going to be able to go through here. And I don't think Breakfast is going to quite make it to 50 on this level. There is the final plus 10 life pickup available at the end, but we're going to be just a little shy. And not even going for this free 3 pickup. Well, I say free, but it does cost 2 lives to grab, so you only get 1 extra out of it. Ooh, and that's a death for Pillrush on Waldorf's Journey, unfortunate. Ooh, and that's, unfortunately, another death of Immortal, so we're gonna get to 46, but we still need to find a net gain of 4 lives in this next level. Which is, it's doable, but the start of this level is kind of rough in terms of demanding some sacrifices for progress. So, we are going to burn quite a few lives here at the start of this level. You can grab this 3 here if you drown and form a platform, which it looks like we're doing that. Fish, for some reason, not interested in already dead bodies. Oh, yeah, we're just going to be a little short here of that 3 being the... necessary lives here. Oh, and we're not even going to get it. So we're just kind of burning a life on that switch for no progress here. It does get a life back on that bomb against the fish. Jumps in way too early, though, and gets eaten by the fish. Breakfast has got to slow down here a bit, kind of burning some lives and bleeding them out just about as frequently as he's getting them back. And I think it's just a little bit too fast of play. He's just getting a little hasty. Oh, and yeah, just immediately cutting the parachute right into a bug there. Yeah, I think Breakfast isn't going to be able to get this until he finishes the level, if even that. He's got to be really careful about how much he's bleeding out lives here. Doesn't even go for the 3 on the left there. If you can destroy this brick here to flood this area, it gets you quite a few kills. Looks like we're going to do that. That does come to a net positive. Little trick you can do here, you can, like, push that stone down on the lift to hit the flies as they come by, and that will count for kills. Another little tip here, you don't need to plug up that pipe. You do have just enough time to get it through there. There's also, I believe, a hidden 5-life pickup under those seemingly pointless bricks there. Whenever there's bricks that just seem completely out of the way and that, like, you have no reason to destroy them in Mortal, there's generally some hidden lives behind them. And yeah, Breakfast unfortunately burned a lot of lives needlessly in the mid-stage of this level and isn't gonna be making it to 50 here. I think pretty much came out, like, just neutral here. I don't know, like, maybe made 1 life from this level. Meanwhile, Pillrush's shell count is looking pretty good. Okay, it does pick up a life out of that exchange. But yeah, like, there might be something hidden in those bricks in the floor there. I'm not sure, though. That might just be intended to be a place you can kind of, like, get the charger stuck. Yeah, +3 lives there. Just needs one more, which, okay, yeah, with the fire here, I think we can just get it with kills. Like, if you can just, well, unfortunately you can't ignite the flies. They don't die before crashing into the wall and dying that way. But you can absolutely kill this charger here with the fire. And that should be 50 lives. Just put yourself out, and there's 50 lives. And Breakfast ties it up, with about 30 minutes left to go in this match. Oh, I did not put that he was back in Mortal. We're going back to Overbold. We're trying for this cherry again. I mean, this is a really nice double play if Breakfast can pull it off. And a 2-tile advantage at this stage of the match would be massive. The problem is in pulling it off. Overbold cherry is not easy. When I don't... Oh, gotta be careful. I don't like this for Pillrush. The wind, okay, lands on the platform and the wind deactivates, but he is out of energy. Does have a propeller, which might not be a bad thing to use here. Just to make sure you get somewhere, like, up to that fish. Looks like we're gonna go for that. Okay, there's also the key here. Alright. A little bit of stabilization here for Pillrush from what looked like a very scary situation. This is a really aggressive high bet for Breakfast. Like, still no safety. Does get a pretty nice shot damage upgrade, but no extra health, no protection against explosions or projectiles. I don't really like this this shot from Pillrush. The shell count is a little tight. And yeah, no, I think that was a little bit too aggressive of a bet from Breakfast there, unfortunately, taking a death on round 3. Okay, and we're approaching the end of Waldorf's journey here. We're at 80%. The wind has turned back on, and that can cause some problems, especially with Pillrush's fairly low energy banks here. Okay, we're gonna use binoculars here to try and scope some stuff out. There's a fish over there on the left. There's a puffin, you can't take that. We're not really seeing much of interest, though. I think we're maybe looking for the chest. Or big shells. If you can get to the palace with some energy to spare, you can jump up the shaft there. Uh-oh. That was an overshot. Okay. Does correct onto the platform. We're at 89%. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the cherry's happening here. We can see the goal finished. We can see the tile marked off, which will block off Breakfast's last bingo option. Which is probably the main thing Pillrush is interested in right now. But I don't think we're likely to see a cherry with only 37 shells, no puffins as needed for the goal. And oh, and that's a death, unfortunate. Going back, are we going back to sleep? We are going back to sleep. But yeah, I think Pillrush is kind of over shopping if the play here is to try and get this goal and cherry. Without the extra shells in the palace from the puffins, you're on a fairly tight shell budget. And, you know, binoculars are a pretty marginal use. Like, it might seem okay, because, you know, it only costs 2 shells, but, yeah, it's still shells you're spending that aren't getting... Oh, and that's a death to that explosion there for breakfast. And we're gonna bail on the overbold plan again. Where are we pivoting to, though, is the next question. Okay, we're looking at gifts. We're sitting at 4. We're going over to pin golf. Okay, I think we might be pivoting into a gift rush, which will work out really well for him, because Pillrush is a little bit ahead on gifts. If he just rushes out the gifts and denies Pillrush the progress he has on this... Okay, that was a very early dunk. Are we actually trying this goal? Okay, no, we kind of ignored some purple obstacles there. Yeah, I think we might be trying to do the purple obstacle goal, but it's really hard to do blind. And we kind of this is we're kind of looking like a little bit desperate here on some of these strokes. So far, I believe we are at 0 levels on progress for this goal. And yeah, missed the hole-in-one. Yeah, given the look, you know, the glance at the gift at the garden, I assumed we were in here for gift, but that does not seem to be the case. Okay. That is going to be par for, with all purple obstacles for 1 level. So we're at 1 on this. Probably not getting this one after missing that one on the first swing here. Oof. All the way back to the start. That's rough. Yeah, we're like... Breakfast is being extremely dunk happy. He is like mashing that dunk super early. I think needs to play the dunks a little bit more calculated. It does get all the purple obstacles knocked out here, but well over par, so not going to be making progress there. Are we actually, like, just trying to cherry disc? Like, if that's the goal, I think we're a little... We're not on good pace for that. Yeah, we're at +4 right now, and we're going to have to make some pretty big plays. And we're just getting more holes over par. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the goal here is. Yeah, just maybe trying to rush towards holes where he thinks it's easier to do this. Meanwhile, okay, yeah, Pillrush is like... I wonder if Pillrush has abandoned the idea of getting Cherry Disc here. Because we are 56% in with only 6 shells. So I feel like we might just be focusing on the goal on the card. And does miss the struggle pit here. So unfortunately not going to get it on this course either. Because you do need to get the hole-in-one there. Which would have been a nice double up with gift there. Okay, yeah, Pillrush is not even trying to get that go back for that big shell. So we are definitely just trying to get the goal here, and we're not worrying about Cherry now, which I think is the right play. Okay, Breakfast needs to change up the approach here, though. We have bounced off the edge of this hole like 5 times. There we go. Gets in. This is also not a level where you can expect to get par with all the purples killed. Okay, we're just going to leave. Very strange little incursion into pin golf there. I'm not sure what the plan was. I guess, yeah, maybe looking to get some of the later levels with on the purple obstacle goal, but just not working out, and we're going to go back to Overbold. And time is running out. We are down to 22 minutes to try and make something happen here. Okay, Pillrush does have a pretty good stash of items built up here. And we are pretty far in. There's the final automatic wind activation for Pillrush here. Oh, just walking into the explosion there. Got to be a little more mindful of the jack-o'-lanterns. Those explosions stick around for a few frames. Okay, now we're just buying harpoons. So yeah, we are just investing everything in items to try and make this doable. Looks like we're going for that top platform up there. Just going to pull right up there. I'd definitely be looking for a weather vane here, although I guess you have the propeller to just negate the wind. Ooh. Nudging up not far enough to dodge that bullet. But yeah, I was so sure Breakfast was going for a gift rush, and if Breakfast, like, just knocks out some quick gifts and pulls, gets a 9th tile, gets the tiebreaker advantage, I think he'd be in a great position. But instead we're kind of bouncing between two goals that are both being struggles for him, and it might come back to punish him. Like, I think at this level of play, at this tier, once you're this far into the match, you really have to look at just securing that tiebreaker advantage as quickly as possible. Because I think that tiebreaker advantage may be what decides this match. And Pillrush is going to finally finish this goal. Which means that now Breakfast has to get 2 tiles to secure the tiebreaker advantage. Okay, we're gonna go get the gold disc for some reason. Not really any point to this. And yeah, Breakfast, I think Breakfast really needs to ease up on the early bets. Take some easier bets, get some defensive upgrades, and then start going for the more stacked bets, because we're seeing just so many early deaths here, and we're seeing all of his purchases are being on offense and not on defense. Pillrush checking his gift count. I think if Pillrush goes for gifts here, I think that's going to seal it for him. Gifts is still very quick to get on this card. There are still a lot of great options for gifts that neither racer has touched. We haven't seen the Diver's Gift. Diver's Gift is very quick. We haven't seen Quibble Race Gift is also a very quick one. And yeah, it looks like Pillrush is going back into Star Whisper. We are going for a gift rush. Because that's the only reason to be in this at this point. Pillrush is looking pretty strong here. Yeah, I think has seen the right approach to take on this card. I mean, there's even still feasibly a bingo available for Pillrush on column 5. I think it's unlikely that new pin golf goal is giving especially lower tier racers a lot of trouble. I mean, honestly, I don't feel comfortable going for that goal yet. And there's the 10x multiplier. That is a gift. Star Whisper gift. Up to six of them. And yeah, no, Pillrush is definitely focusing gifts here. Scanning the game list, trying to find some good gift options. Plenty of good ones available. He has gotten most of the good ones out of the way, but Divers and Quibble Race are definitely the best remaining ones. Overbold is also a decent option here. Oh, we're gonna do Hyper Contender? Hyper Contender's pretty lengthy. Draft mode takes quite a while, especially if you don't win all the fights first try. And yeah, Breakfast is just getting caught in very bad positions, and doesn't have the health and the defense to survive any hits. And like Breakfast, meanwhile, has gotten 5 gifts, or no, 4 gifts, and a lot of them are in slower games. If Breakfast were to pivot into a gift rush, considering that Pillrush has landed on a fairly slow gift for his 7th, Breakfast absolutely could snipe this. But unfortunately, he's kind of tunnel visioned this double play of Overbold Cherry for the center 2 tiles. And by the time he can get it, if we even see that that finish before the end of the 4 times called, I think by then Pillrush will likely have gifts done, and then it's still a losing play to just to the tiebreaker of Pillrush will have reached 10 tiles first. Okay, we do get a projectile blocker here, so you know things could work out here. That will help give a little bit of safety. Ooh, that's a nice bomb. Clears out quite a few enemies. Okay, and oh, that's a reset for Pillrush. Maybe Pillrush just not liking his roster for the draft mode and is going to try and reroll for one he's more comfortable with. And we've got Sephi, Elka, Donkus. Donkus, not the most newbie-friendly character. Takes quite a bit of finesse to use Donkus effectively. But Sephi and Elka are both very easy characters to pick up. Okay, we've got the bouncing shot upgrade for Overbold here, which can cover some angles. Good use of bombs here, and it looks like we're down to just whales, maybe a flower. Okay, projectile shield there, coming in clutch. We are going to get this 600 wave done. Yeah, I don't like we're at wave 5 and we're still on base health. We at least have the medkits purchased, but base health like is a little dubious. Most things will just kill you in one hit. And yeah, the medkit, you know, kind of helps, but level 1 medkit takes a while to come into play. Okay, level 2 medkit's nice. But I'd still really like to see just, like, a basic health upgrade here. Okay, projectile shield's already gone, and yep, it gets immediately hit by the toucan flower and is gonna keep going for it. Time is running out, we're down to 12 minutes to go. We also haven't been really doing anything for bosses for a while at this point. I kind of think about it, have we done any bosses at all other than Star Waspier? I don't think so. Actually, what options even are there for bosses? Is bosses like... I think bosses is pretty much just... Star Wasp here. There's all like, and Porgy, I guess? Yeah, this is actually a really nasty card for 8 bosses. None of the usual suspects for good boss kills are on the card. We don't have Kit Club or Campanella, which are both pretty good options. And yeah, Breakfast, for Breakfast's sake, I really wish he would pivot out of this play. Because I think if he just finishes up the Gift Rush, he stands a chance. But bashing his head against the wall for Overbold Cherry, like, we have not even seen a run that's been particularly close. I think the best we've gotten to is round 5, and we still needed to like make quite a bit of money to catch up. Yeah, I guess Barbuda, like, you can do the Mimic route. The Mimic does count as a boss now. So, like, that's fine. Oh yeah, Mortal Open Tomb is a quick kill. Is a quick boss kill, that's true. Oh yeah, that's right. Pilot Quest does count Big Borg and Unktomi. Which, hey, Unktomi is a gift. Like I've been talking about. I think both... you know, Pillrush eventually got to focusing... Okay, wait. Pillrush is backing out of Hyper Contender. This is potentially actually good for him. He took a loss in draft mode, and he's looking at other options. Because he has much better gift options on the table. And this is something that I think, you know, I need... a lot of lower tier racers need to learn to overcome the sunk cost fallacy. I think Breakfast is fully embroiled in it right now. And is just like, well, I have to commit to this play. I need to finish this play. I've already spent so much time on it, I have to go for it. It's a double play and I have to go for it. Whereas Pillrush, after a couple failed attempts at draft mode, seems to be saying, okay, no, this isn't working. I need to do something else. And that is, in this case, that is, I think, going to help secure a winning path for him. And yes, we're going over to Quibble Race. Oh, I did forget to put Hyper Contender on the games list. Quibble Race, very fast gift. Okay, so Quibble Race gift is just to sponsor a Quibble and then have it win a race. I didn't notice if Pillrush did the thing where he sets the rounds to 2. Okay, he did not, so this is going to take a little longer. The trick with Quibble Race gift is if you set the game to be 2 rounds in length, it will force your sponsored Quibble to show up on race 2 if you sponsor a Quibble in race 1. Without doing that, it's gonna be up to RNG. You might be sitting here all the way to round 6 before your sponsored Quibble shows up. See, okay, so we've got some good upgrades here. We're on level 4 for Overbold, but again, I still don't like Breakfast is just foregoing these defensive upgrades. He's still only upgrading offensively. And all it takes is one thing to go wrong. Okay, he does have the level 1 medkit, but that takes so long to come out. Like, the medkit spawned and the round's basically over. He only has 5 targets left at that point. Okay, so, we have the sponsored Quibble. He's protecting Bossimo. Oh, but we've got Meteors. Meteors can lead to big upsets. Oh, it looks pretty good for... Oh, the stun for Bossimo! Glory might take it! And Glory takes the win! That's a denied gift. Now Pillrush is gonna have to wait for another sponsor to come, sponsored Quibble to come up. Oh no, okay, we're gonna reset. And not changing the round count, so yeah, unfortunately gonna still be down to RNG here. Breakfast does get through wave 4, and honestly, like, time is running out. I think it's do or die for Breakfast. He either gets this cherry disc on this run right now, or it's over. And I still, like, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but I really wish he would just invest in a health upgrade. He does at least have the level 2 medkits now. That shows up fairly quickly. So he can at least get out of one-shot range, like, just by surviving about 15 seconds. But these toucan spiders are getting a little out of hand, yet taking a shot. It's a lot of bullets flying everywhere. Needs to get into a better position here. These toucan spiders are so scary. Okay, clears out the left side, but gets shot in the face, and I think that's over. 5 minutes is not going to be enough time to finish Overbold Cherry. And yeah, again, like, this is just... any sort of defensive upgrade beyond the medkits would have totally let him survive that. An extra health upgrade, a projectile reflector. But, yeah, it's just not going to do it, and I think... unless he gets out of this sunk cost fallacy hole that he's in and pivots to gifts right now, there is still time for him to take gifts. To at least get a tiebreaker loss. But, yeah, I don't think he can get another tile anywhere here. I don't think any other goal is going to be fast enough at this point. Okay, he's pivoting out, but it's far too late. Yeah, if we're only now just going to gifts, like, yeah, we can maybe grab the gift tile and at least tie it up, get a little bit more, points for tiebreaker scenarios. For, you know, like the, but we're not even getting the hole-in-one on course 1, so no, I think we're just trying to do this again. And Pillrush, I think just got the Quibble Race gift and is just going into Overbold for the last one, which is a reasonably good choice. I wasn't looking, but I'm assuming Pillrush got the Quibble gift. If someone in chat could confirm, I would appreciate it. Okay, actually, wonder if we're going for a cherry disc on Pin Golf. Oh, nice! That was actually that's a all purple obstacles destroyed on that one, I think. So I think he's at 2 courses for that. Okay, yeah. Oh, getting telefragged there with the whale spawning in. Unfortunate. Ooh, just barely sailing over that barrel there. Okay, no, yeah, we're definitely going for the purple obstacles, which we're looking pretty good for this hole. Yeah, okay, so that's, I think, 3 courses that we have done for this. But yeah, unfortunately, time is running too late here. I think Breakfast could clear this goal in the remaining time, but is not going to have time to finish a gift rush. And I think Pillrush is about to finish his gift rush. Started them all on course 4, but I didn't see if it was far better. So yeah, if Pillrush can clear this wave, he'll be looking pretty good. Ooh, that was close on that pumpkin there. So yeah, that is gonna be Overbolt gift, and I think that is gifts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, plus Quibble Race. And that is going to absolutely lock this game up. There is nothing Breakfast can do. Breakfast does pick up the Pin Golf gift, but it's just a little bit too late. That is also one more course done for this goal of destroying all the purple obstacles. And yeah, the final minute. Pillrush is flicking through the games list, but there's not really anything to be done. Nice hole-in-one for Breakfast on Chunk 2 here. Oh, just a little too far in that launch, unfortunate. I think it would have been possible to get on this course if he'd managed to land in that nook. Yeah. Oh, yep, and that's time. Breakfast, I don't think, is looking at the card right now.
Oh, are they still going?
Yeah, he's trying to do the pin golf goal right now and has not shown any sign of stopping. Well, yeah, well, okay, we are joined here by Pill. Okay, there we go. There's a pause from Breakfast, so I think he's noticed now. Anyway, yeah, GG's, well played.
GG's.
And yeah, congrats on your first win of the season, Pillrush. Going 1-1. It's a pretty solid start.
Appreciate that. I was curious why you didn't go for the pin, Breakfast.
He did.
Oh, okay. Because I saw that you had checked off 25 rooms, and then so I kind of wasn't gonna go for that, but then other stuff started appearing on the board, so it's like.
Yeah.
So I didn't,
Sorry,
I just
go ahead.
didn't remember when being sell the pin.
Yeah.
Sell the pin.
You unfortunately went to pretty much every room except the one with the that sells the pin, which for the record is the first NPC.
Oh.
It's just the shop to the left from the start. That's it.
I also forgot how much the pin was.
Yeah. I was commenting that like we needed to combine both of you for the perfect pin perfect purchase the pin goal runner, because you knew exactly where to go but not how much money you needed. Breakfast knew how much money he needed but not where to go.
So,
But
I feel like I could have had it, but I just couldn't get that Overbolt cherry.
yeah, I really felt like I you know, if you watch this back, I talk about a lot. I really feel like you were kind of sunk cost fallacy on that. It is an appealing play for sure. You get the Overbolt cherry, you double mark both that and the cherry disc 2 games on this card, but you spent like 40 minutes in Overbolt in this match.
Yeah.
And nothing to show for it beyond a gift, which I was surprised you looked at your gift count and then didn't go for gifts, which I think would have been your way back into this game, potentially. Because you had a lot of slower gifts already taken care of, with still a lot of faster ones available.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought the pin golf goal gift would have been a good one, good quick one, but honestly, that was not the case.
Yeah, are you not familiar with the lineup for the hole-in-one on the first hole? It's very consistent.
I am. I'm just not able to consistently.
Okay. Because, yeah, once you get that consistent, like, pin golf is the fastest gift in the game. But, yeah, you do need to have that lineup down. Definitely something I suggest looking into learning for your gift rushes. It's very handy.
I've done it before. I just wasn't really confident in my ability.
Okay.
This no purple objects remaining in pin golf. What difficulty is that goal?
I think it's a hard, but I'm not.
Every time I've tried it, it seems almost impossible to me.
It is. It is absolutely like a goal you have to put time into learning. Right. It is extremely rough to do just blind without knowing some lineups.
So I had like 4 already. But
oh wow.
That's one I was actively going for when time was called.
Yeah, I saw that on like one of the daily bingo boards, and I tried practicing it for a bit, and this is not happening.
One thing I will comment on is I don't fault either one of you for paying 0 attention to defeat 8 bosses from games on this card. This is not a good card for that general. You've pretty much got like Star Waspir and Porgy, which who wants to go kill a lot of bosses in Porgy?
Maybe Barbuta.
Yep, and Barbuta's not bad, but it's at best it's 2. It's only like 2 bosses. The Mimic counts as a boss.
Yeah, like maybe Barbuta, maybe Mortal. I don't think Hyper Contender counts.
Yeah.
Right?
Mortal's good because you've got the open tune code, so that's a pretty quick kill. But no, Hyper Contender is not considered to have any bosses, I believe. So yeah, it was rough on the boss front, but
So does the sheriff in Rail Heist count as a boss?
yes.
Okay.
But unfortunately, yeah, this is not a level select code. This is the Good Spur, which is you have the you just spawn with all the power-ups on every level.
Oh, that's what it does.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, you actually need the code if you're looking to do that goal. I believe people in chat were saying that one of our resident rail heist experts was saying that they think doing this goal without the Good Spur code is maybe just barely doable in a task.
I wasn't sure how far in this level was, so once I saw it wasn't a level select code, I was like, I don't know.
Foul Business is level 5.
Okay.
And yeah, the code does give you the 1 hit of protection. It gives you super punch. It gives you quick bullet load. Double jump. Did I mention double jump? Because double jump's huge. So you can just kind of smash through the levels. It's pretty quick to get there. The only issue is, yeah, what takes the time is Foul Business has about like 30 or 40 chickens to kill. But since you have the super punch, you just need to punch them and they explode.
Gotcha.
We saw some pretty intense action in Big Bell Race, both of you in there. Both of you in Star Waspir at the start. Which, yeah, you were both going for that 20k red ship. It actually got pretty close on that.
You could see which ship I was more comfortable with.
Yeah, I saw you trying to push for, I guess, like more boss kills and maybe the cherry disc on the yellow ship run, which, I don't make any secret of this. I hate the yellow ship. I think it's complete garbage. It takes so long to kill anything.
I think it's the only ship I think I'm able to use on a consistent basis. It's the ship for me at least.
Yeah, no, I think the numbers don't lie, and the numbers say the red ship is definitely the best one. But
I just find it way too hard to use. That's just me though.
But yeah, the wave 3, of course, as always, you let one enemy stay alive for too long, and the whole thing is just an absolute mess. Anyway, any other comments you all would like to make?
GG's, this was fun. Thanks, Spooty, for casting. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, especially since it's so last minute. But,
yeah.
I know, happy to cast. Happy to make sure we've got coverage of all of the bingo action going on here.
But yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get going then. Thanks for playing and for giving us an entertaining match. Take care.